Everyone talks about how important it is to change your mindset if you want to change your life and live as the best version of yourself. But no one actually talks about how incredibly difficult it is to change a mindset and ideology that you've known and lived by literally all your life. In this video, I'm going to be sharing simple and practical ways that you can consciously and subconsciously change the way you think about yourself, which will in turn transform your reality. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider sticking around by subscribing to the channel. In my previous video, I dived deep and explained how your thoughts and beliefs can either make or break your life and affect your reality. I recommend you watch that video either before you watch this or after you watch this one, whichever works best for you. The link will be above somewhere or in the description box or right after this video. We have established in the previous video that in order to change your life, you need to change your mindset, your thoughts and your beliefs. And when you change your thoughts and your beliefs, you change your energy and your attitude towards life. And when you change your energy towards life, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, your reality would change. You begin to live your desired life. However, in this video, I'm going to dive a little deeper and share step-by-step actions that you can take in order to change your mindset and your beliefs, as well as the way you subconsciously see yourself. The first thing on my list is to visualize the reality you want. Visualize that dream self that you want to become. You have to know what you want. How does this dream version of you, how does she act? What's her lifestyle like? What are her relationships like? You know, how much does she earn? What is her job? You need to know the nitty-gritty details of this version of you, of this dream version of you that you aspire to be. You need to know this version of you in its entirety and how it exists in all aspects of life. Now, once you know what you want and who you desire to be, I want you to not only visualize her achievements and success, but to also visualize her internal being. How does she feel? What are the thoughts and the beliefs that she lives by? You know, what mindset guides her day-to-day life? If in your current life you're timid or a people pleaser, then you should envision your desired self to be, you know, confident, outspoken. You should envision her to be someone who doesn't do things that she's not comfortable doing. If your current self also feels like a victim, feels like, oh, she's bad luck, then you should envision your desired self to be someone who, you know, is favored, someone who knows and feels that everything around her happens for her own good, right? She doesn't see herself as bad luck. She sees herself as good luck. She attracts everything good. Even if the world around her is falling apart, she knows that it's all going to be in her benefit. You know, she thinks positive. Your desired version of you should be kind of a better and an opposite version of your current self, right? So those things that you are lacking in your current life, your desired self should have those things in abundance, should be living in that positive aspect of your current life. And that is the energy you're going to tap into. That is the attitude you're going to embody in this current life. The next step is to tap into that energy and get what you want. You need to normalize that reality that you want to live. You want that desire to feel ordinary to you. You want it to feel normal, like it's something you are used to, it's something you do every day. So that's what I mean by normalize the reality you want. The reason why you need to see your desired life as normal and ordinary is so that you can trick your subconscious and change it. Subconscious is the core of who you are. It is the center being that tells us who we think we are. And the subconscious is created from our experiences in life. You know, it's been created from the ideologies and beliefs that we've either experienced or we've been taught all our lives, which have now become a part of us. Now, if I tell you to see yourself or imagine yourself achieving something that you've always believed all your life to be impossible or hard to achieve, let's say, for example, maybe you've been broke for literally all your life, or you grew up in a poor home or something, and I tell you right now to think of yourself making =1 million naira or becoming a millionaire in the next 6 months, I bet you your heart skipped at that thought. Now that's your subconscious telling you that we are not used to this. We don't recognize this thing to be normal to us, you know. That's your subconscious telling you, nah, this is not something we're used to. This is not something that happens. This is not something that is possible, right? In this life. That is your subconscious. That is things that have, you've known brokenness, right? You've known brokenness all your life, or you've seen brokenness all your life. So becoming a millionaire in 6 months' time is something that feels secondary, something that feels almost impossible. Now that is your subconscious. Your subconscious is that way because it has been fueled by lack and a poverty mindset, right? So making a million naira or making $1 million is something that is impossible and is not normal or ordinary to you. And this instance also transcends to other areas of your life, be it your relationships. Maybe you grew up in a toxic home, or you've only dated toxic people all your life. So being in a healthy relationship would not feel normal for you. It won't feel like ordinary because you're not used to healthy relationships. It could also be in form of your confidence level. Maybe people always cut you off when you speak, or you always feel like you're not always heard when you're talking. Like people don't always take in what you say. They ignore you, right? Or they always cut you off when you're speaking. So over time now, your subconscious have grown to be less confident. You have now become a less confident person, or you now feel like you don't have anything important to say. So those things now are now your subconscious. They have now been embedded in you. So you are now more timid. You now don't speak more often when you're in public spaces, or when you're just around a few people, because you feel like nobody would listen to what you have to say. All this negativity programs your subconscious, and so you need to see the things your desired self would do as normal and ordinary, so that when you start acting in the way your desired self acts, your subconscious will not see it as something it's not used to and push it away. I'm going to tell you for free, the war with the subconscious is the most difficult war to win, but I guarantee you it's the most rewarding when you finally win that war. If you want to manifest your best life, you have to normalize whatever it is you want. The reality you want to live, which is your desired self or your dream self, needs to feel ordinary and normal to you. I know you might be asking, how do I normalize something that I want so much when my current reality or my current life is not even anything close to what I desire? Well, these are two ways you can go about it. The first way is the power of your imagination. You have to visualize it. Your subconscious does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Your body and your subconscious mind will still react the same way as if it is real, right? So in order to become familiar with what you want, you need to make new memories in your head of you getting what you want before you actually get it. And visualizing them over and over again makes it easier for you to tap into that energy. One way I like to properly visualize the things I want is by also visualizing and tapping into the energies that I would normally feel if those things were actually happening to me in real life. For instance, if I was visualizing myself getting my first car, I would also imagine the energies I would feel in that moment, the energy of gratitude, being thankful, the excitement, the adrenaline that will be rushing through my body, all those energies, right? I would imagine them while I'm imagining myself getting my first car, and somehow I start to feel my heart racing, and I start to feel the rush of adrenaline in my body, as if it's actually my reality, as if it's actually happening to me in that moment, and everything suddenly begins to feel so real. Another way I like to visualize is by becoming a little delusional. In this case, while I'm imagining, I would also act out how I would act in the situation that I'm trying to imagine, and also feel the energy and the emotions that I will be feeling in that moment. For instance, maybe I imagine getting my first, big girl apartment or big space. I would actually just stand in my room and, walk around and just maybe act like I'm vlogging for you guys on YouTube, like showing you guys my empty apartment tour, or act like, oh, I'm getting my siblings are tired of me. That is literally what I do most of the time when I'm visualizing. I love to act it out, and then it begins to feel real, and the excitement just begins to rush over me, and That power of visualization would definitely trick your subconscious. Like he won't or she won't even know the difference between what is real and what is fake, and soon these things will begin to feel real and normal to you, and you're not imagining it like you're idolizing it, like, oh, I can't wait for this to become my reality, oh my god, I cannot wait for when. No, you're not idolizing the situation, you're imagining it and feeling it like it's already your reality. So you use the power of visualization, your imagination, and a sprinkle of delusion to create new memories in your head. And soon enough, those memories will begin to feel real and normal to you. The second way to normalize what you want is by changing what you're exposed to and what you observe in your day to day. For instance, if you want to become a lady that speaks fluently, that speaks proper grammar, more frequently, and your social circle is filled with people who speak pidgin 80 to 90% of the time, or the people you follow on social media mostly speak pidgin or broken English, then you're definitely going to be speaking more of pidgin and broken English. Same thing for if you're broke and want to make more money. Same thing for if you're, a procrastinator or you're lazy. This goes all round. But I bet you, if the majority of people that you surround yourself with or you follow on social media do the thing that you desire to do, then soon enough, those desires of yours would become your reality. Not because you're suddenly capable of, doing these things, but because you have changed what you're exposed to. You've changed what you feel and are used to as normal and ordinary, right? If you want to live a certain lifestyle, if the people you see on social media are living the kind of lifestyle that you want to live, soon enough you begin to feel like, okay, this lifestyle is actually something that is normal. Like I'm used to this, I see this every day. I'm used to this. It's gonna be me someday. Like it's gonna be me very soon. And before you know it, you start carrying yourself, in the light of that lifestyle that you want to live. Nothing is real until we observe it. So if you desire a certain reality, you need to observe that reality as much as you can in your day-to-day life. I also read in this book, My Best Life Now, the author also, explains that you can also go as far as visiting the places that your desired self would visit. He used the example of going to an expensive hotel. I think that was, he used an example of either a hotel or an apartment viewing. I can't really remember. But you can visit, say for example, you've always thought, oh, Transcorp or maybe Transcorp Hilton. I stay in Abuja, so Transcorp Hilton is one of the biggest hotels here in Abuja. So you could visit a place like Transcorp Hilton. It's expensive, yes. So it's not for the average person. So if you feel like Transcorp Hilton is a big deal, or you see your desired self being able to lodge at Transcorp Hilton, this author advised that you can actually go to Transcorp Hilton. Don't book a room or anything. You can't obviously afford it right now, but go to Transcorp Hilton. If possible, dress nicely like your desired self would dress when she's visiting such a place, and then just sit at the lobby and imagine yourself walking in, asking for a room, and these things begin to feel real. Your subconscious doesn't, like I said, your subconscious doesn't know what is real and what is not. Everything feels normal to it if it observes it. So visiting these places and imagining yourself in that space, observing that desire that you want, observing it face to face and feeling those emotions that you will feel in that environment will definitely change your subconscious. It can even be if you haven't probably traveled abroad before, or you have never visited an airport, you don't even know what a plane on the ground looks like. You can go to an airport, just sit at the airport and imagine yourself, boarding and doing all the things that you would do in the airport if you want to book your flight or book a ticket to travel. When you have that rush of that emotion, the rush of the imagination and the visualization will definitely trick your subconscious. And if you do things like this more often than not, your subconscious would not be able to tell what is real and what is fake, because you are now normalizing what you observe every day. The more you're observing it, the more you're changing your subconscious. And then soon enough, these things will begin to feel normal and ordinary to you, and you begin to make these things your reality. The next step to change your mindset and therefore change your reality is by focusing on the things that you want and not on the things that you don't want. If you're thinking about what you don't want, even if you're thinking about the fact that you don't want that thing anymore, you might unintentionally be focusing on the negative aspect of it, which will keep you in the reality that you're currently in. For instance, if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be broke, you would unintentionally be focusing on being broke. You would unintentionally be thinking about the feelings of being broke because you are focusing on the fears, on the aspect of what it feels like to be broke. And those thoughts and those tapping into that negative energy would keep you in the current reality that you're trying to move away from. So in order to change your reality, you need to focus on the desires, on the positive aspects of the desires that you want. So instead of I don't want to be broke, your thoughts should be I am rich, I am successful in all I do. My businesses are blessed. My business is blessed. Whatever I put my hands into will always prosper. Stuff like that. Focus on those positive aspects, and your brain subconsciously would also be focusing on the positive aspects of those things. Now, the fourth one would be to believe. You can only truly become your desired self if you believe that it's possible for it to become your reality. Take away all the fears and the doubts that you might have. And the best way to do this is by creating a system of attainable goals or attainable desires. Let's use this analogy. For example, the bottom of a pyramid is where you're currently at. Say, for example, you're currently making 100K a month, and the top of the pyramid is your desire to make 100 million a month. Now, for where you are currently, this desire to make 100 million a month might feel too big and almost impossible for you to achieve anytime soon. So instead of focusing on the top of the pyramid, you put your focus on the next step of the pyramid. How much or what do you feel that you can consciously and subconsciously believe that in a couple of months, or with few efforts or with few more hard work, I can attain this amount of money? Like, you believe it. Like when you hear that amount of money, you're like, okay, this is something that if I do this and that and that, in a few months or in a few years, I should be achieving this, right? Something that deep down in your heart, that when you hear the amount, you're not scared. Or when you hear the goal, you don't feel like, this doesn't feel like something that you don't feel like it's something that's going to be impossible. Let's say, for instance, from 100K, you believe that, okay, I can definitely hit 500K by next year, or I can definitely hit 350K by the end of the year, something like that. Now you are confident. You feel like, okay, yes, this is something that I can actually achieve. If you're a YouTuber, for example, the bottom of the pyramid would be where you are currently. Let's say you are at 500 subscribers, and your desired self wants to hit 1 million subscribers. When you think about it, you're like, 500 subs to 1 million, it might feel impossible. Maybe your views are not even where you're supposed to be. This might feel like an impossible dream for you to attain. Now, instead of focusing on that top of that pyramid, you should focus on the next step. After 500 subs, how much subscribers do I confidently feel and believe in my heart and in my subconscious that I would achieve, right? And that will probably be to hit 1,000 subscribers or to hit 2,000 subscribers. You now focus your energy on hitting 2,000 subscribers. You're focusing your energy on the next step. Now, when you focus your energy and you believe that you can make 2,000 subscribers, or you can hit your 1,000 subscribers, right? The ideas and the intuitions to get you to hitting that 1K subscribers will begin to come to you. Okay, what do I need to do to hit 1K subscribers? That would be maybe to post consistently, maybe post twice a week or post once a week, post some YouTube shorts, post more videos on other social platforms so that I can attract people from those platforms into my YouTube community. Stuff like that. You begin to say, okay, these steps, I can actually take these steps, and I'm definitely seeing myself at 1K subscribers probably towards the end of the year or by the middle of the following year. Now you believe that this goal is possible. You have aligned your mind and you have aligned your energy and attitude towards achieving 1K subscribers. Work with me, guys. You have aligned your mindset and you have aligned your energy into achieving that 1K subscribers. Now, once your energy is aligned or your attitude is aligned, you begin to receive the ideas and the directions that will take you to that goal of hitting your 1K subscribers. And when you receive those ideas and those, directions, you take the actions that you need, because you want to hit 1K subscribers. You want to make 500K at the end of the year, right? Or at the end of you want to start earning up to 500K at the end of the year. You begin to take the actions that comes with the ideas and the directions that you're having. And when you take those actions, before you know it, given a period of time, those desires will become your reality. Now you have taken a step forward on that pyramid. And when you're on the next step, obviously your desires become more, right? Because now you have a bigger goal of achieving 1 million. So you keep taking the next step that you believe, that that your subconscious and your conscious are in alignment, that I can definitely achieve this. And soon enough, it will become your reality. So that is how you take the step, because you need to believe in something for it to become your reality. If you do not believe in it, then I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to work. I want to tell you guys that this is not about playing small or belittling your goals or reducing your expectations from life or your dreams. It's about taking believable steps, taking the next step, using the steps in the pyramid to get to the top, using the steps on the ladder to gradually get to the top, setting goals that you know that are believable and are attainable for you. That way it's easy, because once you believe it, your everything about you aligns together with that belief. Your subconscious aligns, your reality even aligns, your mind aligns, your ideas and the inspirations you get, they align, because you believe that it's possible for you. So you begin to work towards taking the next step. And when you've taken that next step, you've achieved the next step, you want to take more desires will come to you, more desires will come to you, and gradually you would grow and be at the top of the pyramid. And even when you're at the top of the pyramid, more desires will still come. Why the hell do you think Elon Musk is still making more money? Why? More desires will keep coming. Even when you get to the top of the pyramid, another pyramid will come again, another ladder will come again, another step will come again, and you will keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. This is how the trick works, guys. And honestly, this approach gets you further in life in the long term. Remember, you can only ever live in a reality that you believe is possible for you. You can only ever live in a reality that you believe is possible for you. That is why I first of all told you, you need to change your subconscious, trick your subconscious, because your subconscious will sometimes make you doubt. But once you're able to trick your subconscious and change your beliefs, then when you set goals or you set desires for yourself, you would believe that you can actually achieve these things. And the last but not the least is to definitely relax and have fun with it, right? Don't overthink the process. Don't overanalyze or overplan the whole situation to a point where you become overwhelmed and you just give up. Okay, relax, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Before, I used to be stuck on the subconscious part, because I told you guys earlier, it's one of the hardest war to win when it comes to mindset shift or mindset change. So I used to overthink it, like, oh my god, my subconscious is already embedded in me. How do I do this? Like, how do I change something like? But guys, these steps, I followed these steps that I'm sharing with you, and yeah, I can see a difference in my life. I can see a difference in how I view the world, and I can see a difference in how things are turning out for me. So if you overthink it and are too forceful, with the whole situation, you might unintentionally focus on the fears of not actually being successful with the whole process. Just bask in the fact that I'm about to change my life, I'm about to change my mindset, and this is going to work out for me. Have fun with it and follow every step I've shared like it's normal and ordinary to you. Remember, to live your best life, tap into the energy of your desired self, how she feels, how she thinks, how she would react in situations, her attitude, and then use that energy of your desired self to embody your desired reality. And also, do not create self-doubt or self-sabotage yourself, because you're used to all these negative aspects of things all your life. You begin to self-doubt and tell yourself you're going to fail. Don't do that. You're only just going to make things even harder for yourself. Trust me, you can do it. And even when it feels like things are not going the right way, don't focus on the negative aspect. Always focus on the positive aspect, okay? That way you don't give up and convince yourself that you're going to fail. Most importantly, don't be scared and don't be lazy and don't procrastinate to take action when the directions and the intuitions to move you to your desired self begins to come to you. Okay, when those directions come, take the action. When those intuitions come, take the action. Start that business. Those contents that you would film that would bring more audience to your platform, create those content, write the content down, set a date to film those content, even if it's filming at night, right? Whatever it takes, make sure you take the action, because if you don't take the action, you will not see any results. Even if you have tried to transform your subconscious, even if you have tried to do all the previous steps I have explained, taking the action is the most important thing, because that is when you would start to see changes, because you are now beginning to act like your desired self would act. I hope I was able to break this down for you guys properly and this video makes a lot of sense to you. Please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to share, like this video. Please like this video. It helps with the algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.